Hi guys, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and this time I'm doing another Top 5 Wednesday, which were created by Lainey at Ginger Reads Lainey, and I'll post the link to the Goodreads group and her channel in the description below if you want to check them out. This week's topic is our top 5 least favorite books in our favorite series, which was kind of difficult for me because I read series as like one long thing all at once and will like plow through the whole series. So I have trouble usually remembering what happens in each specific book. So trying to figure out which was actually my least favorite book in a series is really hard. And there are other series that I really love that I just couldn't remember what was happening in which book when I looked back on it. So these are the books that I could remember that I didn't like within a series, or didn't like as much as the others. That doesn't mean they're not awesome books still. And obviously I love these series, or this wouldn't be on this list, but just, this is kind of a hard one to do, alright? Absolute favorite series, which is the Harry Potter books by J.K. Rowling, and my least favorite one is Chamber of Secrets. I don't like creepy, crawly, slithering things, and the main thing in this book is like this giant snake, so not digging that. But also we get introduced into Aragog and his family that lives in the Forbidden Forest. There's an entire forest full of giant creepy spiders. I so don't like this book. Next, for the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, I have Fairest, which is kind of a companion to the rest of the series, so I don't know if this counts as much, but I love the main characters of Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, Winter, and like Kai and Wolf. And Thorn. That's the other guy. So this one takes place before all of those characters, so they're not in here. And it's following the evil queen and how she became the queen, why she's so evil, and it's really interesting. And I enjoyed getting into like her head. So I liked this book, but not as much as the others because it's not the good guys. Next up, I have the Chronicles of Narnia series by C.S. Lewis. I love this world and just the fantastical element of it, but I really like the pensive kids. I like Edmund and Susan and Lucy and Peter. Those are my favorite. So my least favorite is the Silver Chair, which follows Eustace, the annoying cousin that whines a lot. So I didn't really like this book because of Eustace was kind of the main character. The others don't appear. They're trying to save this prince. It's not that it's a horrible book, just that it's not my favorite of the series. Like, I love The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I love The Magician's Nephew, and I love The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, just not digging this one so much. Next up, I have one that I don't own, which is Allegiant by Veronica Roth. It's part of the Divergent series. It is the last book in that trilogy. I really liked Divergent and getting to see this world and the way it operates. But the ending of Allegiant I didn't like as much. I didn't think it was a good... I mean, it was kind of a good ending. It fits that series, but it doesn't mean that I like the way that series ended. So... And that book got spoiled for me while I was reading it. So this thing I didn't want to happen, I knew was going to happen, so that was kind of just marring my entire experience reading that book. So I didn't really like it as much. And last, I have a series that I don't really love as much now as the first time I read it. And that is New Moon by Stephanie Meyer. It is one of the Twilight books. And in this one, Edward leaves and Bella gets left behind. And as she's dealing with being broken up with, she just completely falls apart and loses it. And I just didn't like that aspect of Bella. How she becomes like suicidal all of a sudden is really depressing and not a fun thing to read. And I kept screaming at her and being like, Bella, you're so stupid. So just not digging New Moon as much as the rest of the series. And just in general not enjoying this entire series as much now that I've grown up some. So there you guys go. There are my least favorite books in my favorite series. Let me know what yours are and why, and if you really liked some of these more than other books in that series, or if these are your least favorite, let me know that. That's cool. I love hearing from you guys. Peace out. I love you guys. And keep reading. Bye.